One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green. Don't really like to talk about myself in third person. So welcome to the Gamers Lounge, the ultimate destination for all things gaming, hosted by myself, Green Bay Packers all-time leader rusher, as well. So also a gaming enthusiast. This show is your weekly getaway into the latest news, hottest game releases, in-depth conversations about what's on stream and or season 2. And other industry topics that I'll pull up. We got crazy things going on between PlayStation and Bungie, which is always tough to hear when our favorite game companies are going through it. So whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore esports fan, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge has something for everyone. So grab your controller, settle in, join us as we dive into the dynamic world of gaming. Oh, how was everybody's break? Hope you had a great time with your family. I know I did. I broke away from streaming a little bit last week and felt good. I mean, and then also it's like my mom's birthday, who passed away back in 2019. And it was a tough weekend for my wife too. So we kind of just hung with each other, watched movies, went outside. It was nice and hot down here in Houston. I don't know about where you guys are at. OG John, always first one in the chat. How you doing? Hollywood Heathflynn. Make sure I say that right. Hollywood Heathflynn. How you doing? The Chosen Moose. What's good with you? And OG John has subscribed for 13 months. That means I owe you a jersey. You have subscribed to Ahman Green TV 12 months in a row. So I owe you a jersey. He said it's cool in Nebraska right now. Only a few days though. Yeah. It was rain there too. It was rain here in Houston. So but happy to be back on the podcast. I got some new things to add today. So hopefully y'all paying attention when I get through each segment. Pay attention and see what happens with some of the new stuff I've added to the show. What's up, Akido? What's with the face, man? Didn't make it here on time. You going? Hollywood fan. I think I'm gonna be there. I'm actually traveling out of town tomorrow. That's why I'm doing the show now. Traveling out of town tomorrow. I might look up some things about. I know DreamCon's happening here in Houston this weekend, so I might reach out to some of the people that run it and say, "Hey, can I do some content there? Can I take pictures or do my show, a quick show there, something like that?" So, ULE time play on Friday. Oh, nice! I'll be watching that. Hollywood Heathen. I like that. So we got the UEL. Shout out to UEL, doing real well in there. What season are you guys in, Hollywood? Hollywood Heathen. Well, how are you doing? Not the real loner. Should be on summer break right now, huh? Right, getting close. But yeah, check it out. UEL, Ultimate In Gamers League. They got a website. Go to the website. It's ultimateingamersleague.com. They're one of my. I work with them a lot, and one of my favorites. Yodel Strudel got his jersey today. He reached out to me. Season 9 championship. Wow. And you guys are making a lot of money right now, which is pretty good for all the champions in that league, man. If you are Ultimate Gamer, that means you play every genre of game, not just sports games, not just fighting games, not just RTS, not just racing games, not just shooters. You play them all. The In Gamers League is for you. I need to actually, for what y'all going to see going on with the show, the new add-ins to the show today, I believe Horror 2. They play Jace. They play Friday the 13th, and they play what's the other one you play, Hollywood? Not Dead by Daylight. No. Is it Dead by Daylight? Or is it? Yeah, it is Dead by Daylight. Yeah, Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th. So yeah, they do play horror games. So there you go. But check them out. Go to ultimateingamersleague.com. Check them out. They're a fun league. They're based out of Fredericksburg, Virginia, but they are spreading out all over the U.S. with franchises. They're branching out to your neck of the woods. They compete in racing games too. F1, Formula One racing, to Gran Turismo, to I don't know, crash kart racing. So there you go. They do a little bit of everything. So that's why it's called the Ultimate End Gamers League, because you got to play everything. I've been hearing rumors about the Halloween game. Very, very excited. Hey, so I played the 8-bit version of the Halloween game. So are they making a bigger, more dramatic game? OG John and Hollywood. Is that what you're saying? You're saying it's going to be more of an add-on? A more in-depth, a little better graphics. I'm not saying the game that I play, because it's 8-bit graphics. They're classic, nostalgic graphics. You can't be any better than that. And that's always fun to play those old games like that. So that if it is that awesomeness. But like I said, hung out with my family, kept it low and light. Chill mode. Played it. I did stream on Saturday. I did Star Wars Outlaws here on Ahman Green TV. Got a little further in that. So doing some fun things. Andrew Cooper says, AG, I know it's early, but if you had to pick fantasy football, Jaden Reed or Matthew Golden, I'll probably go, obviously, Jaden Reed, only because he's a full-time starter right now. I'm not sure. Obviously, it's way too early to tell. If Matthew Golden gets in good, in good graces with Jordan Love or Matt LaFleur, he learns the playbook, anything like that. I'm not saying anything else other than learn the playbook and get his feet wet in preseason, right? Then he could be that dude. And then by time fantasy football, so we got to watch preseason first. Ask me that question again. Who asked me that? Andrew Cooper. During preseason football, and I'll tell you to draft Matthew Golden or not. I say, even if he's still on the board at the end, yes, draft him, because he's going to be a rookie that is going to get on that field. I don't know how much. It just depends on his acumen, how he can process the new NFL offense that Matt LaFleur is going to throw at him, and how can he get that in his brain within 3 to 4 weeks before the NFL season kicks off. So that's going to be the biggest question mark for Matthew Golden, because he has the talent. He has the speed. He's not a big guy, but most receivers aren't. Jaden Reed is not, and he balls out. So it doesn't matter on size, just speed and ability. We know he has the speed. We know he has the ability. He was a leader at Texas, leading receiver there, and that's why he was a first-round pick to our Green Bay Packers. So we just gotta wait and see. I'd love to watch. I can't wait to see him in the green and gold. And he's gotten a lot of flack for saying "Go Green Bay, go," but I think he's used to it now. I think he has it down now, flat. Pack, go. So there you go. He says, no, not the real owner. Says, waiting until trailer for NCAA 26. You wait on, it's one out now though. I don't know if you saw the trailer I put out here on the Gamers Lounge a few weeks ago. Not the real owner. So they do have a trailer out already, but if it's a new one coming out to describe other parts of the game, then I can't wait either. Awesomeness. So like I said, man, just chilled out for the holiday weekend. But before we go to the next segment, I have a fun addition to the show. And let me get this ready for you right now. So should have a shout out to our sponsors at Sly. And here we go. Whether you're deep in the digital world or out exploring the great outdoors, Sly Drink keeps the good times rolling. So power up your play with Sly Boost for energy, Sly Chill to relax, and Sly Dream to recover. No matter where your adventures take you, explore with Sly. Refresh, recharge, and repeat. There it is. I got some commercials to be showing up in this piece. Now, this is awesomeness, man. I saw it. I was like, oh! So that's a shout out to Austin and crew out at HyperX Arena, working with Allied Esports and HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. And so they're bringing me some, edited up, dressed up content that I could bring to my shows that I do from the gaming standpoint and from this podcast. So there you go. But now let's talk about what's going on with our people at PlayStation and Bungie right now. So everything that's happening to Bungie is because, as the title reads, because of greed. So ex-employees hope the studio doesn't. It says ex-employees hope studio gets consolidated into Sony. Say that the path forward. So with that being said, let me peek that there. Boom, 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 boom. So former Bungie employees speak out in a new report blaming greed and leadership. The studio's troubles right now, and say full Sony consolidation is the best way. That means consolidate. That means let's just chop off some areas that need to be gone here in the Sony space to keep the issues from getting worse. So it's a turbulent time for Bungie, the studio known for Halo and Destiny. Yes, first iterations of Halo 1, 2, and believe 3, on the 4, and maybe Guardians 5, Destiny as well. And now the upcoming Marathon reboot. In the last couple of weeks, the company has been at a center of controversy, starting with serious art theft allegations. So somebody's getting jacked on their artwork, y'all. So Bungie actually admitted to using artwork in Marathon without permission and promised to review it all in its in-game assets. So shortly after the developer live stream last week, new reports started surfacing, which painted a bleak picture inside the company. So reports said that morale at Bungie is a free-for-all, and we're talking about video game companies in the last, I say since COVID, so for the last 5 years, is not a good statement. So with staff describing the atmosphere as the worst they're ever seen, the marketing team has reportedly had to scrap major plans for Marathon, as well as the upcoming public beta, not reportedly replaced with multiple play tests. So everything happening at Bungie is because of the greed, as mentioned in the title. So new information from the content creator and reporter, Destin of Save State Plus, who says
a lollipop for you.
Okay, thank you for the lollipop. Appreciate you. That's my granddaughter. What kind is that? What's that say? Tropical punch? Oh, blue raspberry. Yum. All right, here we go. All right, got my lollipop delivered to me. And now back to the read here. According to the report, former Bungie staff described a work environment where leadership seemed less interested in creativity and more focused on profits and control. So one ex-employee bluntly stated, everything happening to Bungie is because of greed. Another added, I hope they get consolidated into Sony. That's the path forward. So that means that is the best solution, is to get rid of the riffraff and move on forward with Sony. So this comment reflects a growing sentiment that leaders' decisions have pushed studio into a corner. So the internal culture, according to those sources, was defined by fear and favoritism, and that's not good. So Laguerre called it a Cool's Kid Club. Come on, man. These are Cool's Kid Club. What else did we say? We seen here what statement was said. I say consolidate, and just these are not bad. These are not good comments, man. When you have Cool's Kids Club, when you have consolidate, all in the same framework of an article describing the company, what's going on behind closed doors, that is a red flag for what we saw during COVID with Activision. So hopefully things could get changed up. You know, in my opinion, I just hate to hear this for one of my favorite companies out there. Bungie did a lot of great things with Halo, did a lot of great things with Destiny as well, because I fell into that head first and loved it. But now we're seeing, maybe the complacency, maybe employees getting too big for their britches. Like, hey, we're a company, we've done this, we've done big, AAA games, and now we can kind of, smell our roses, but way over the top. And I just hate to hear when the company on the inside out kind of rottens from the inside out. And this is unfortunate because a lot of obviously people will be in the people that are doing their job right and that are not falling into complacency and not falling into I'm the best thing since sliced bread. They're working around these other folks that are just living it up and talking and spreading and acting unprofessional in the space like this. So now I know for those folks, stay strong, work hard, and still do your thing, but try to work through the riffraff. So as the article continues, says where you either agreed with the leadership or not, or agree with the leadership, or were put on a list, berated publicly, and told your ideas didn't matter. So one employee said, if they don't think of it, it wasn't worth doing. So that right there, berated in public, that means embarrassing somebody in front of the whole team. put on the list to not be worked with or something like that, or also told your ideas don't matter, that is a recipe for self-destruction, y'all. Just on that. So a lot going on with Bungie, and PlayStation, because they are not working together. So hopefully good things can come up out of this. We saw what happened with Activision. Even though the company obviously still moving full steam ahead with all their games and all their titles, but obviously the employee framework definitely changed. So maybe there's a change that have to go into Bungie / Sony PlayStation. I say more Bungie, and consolidating all into Sony, because then the company has I say the better name up front than what's going on with Bungie right now. So sorry to hear that. Hate to hear that going on at one of our I say favorite companies out there that makes a lot of fun games out there. What's up, Bane? How you doing? Welcome to the chat as well. So I hope everything's going good for you, my man, here. So let's head on down. What we got next here? We have another fun little commercial break. Here we go.
Looking to turn your passion for gaming into a college opportunity? Stay Plugged In is the premier platform connecting esports players with college programs nationwide. Whether you're grinding on Valorant, Rocket League, or Overwatch, Stay Plugged In gives you the tools to showcase your skills and earn esports scholarships. Don't just play, get recruited. Visit staypluggedin.com and start your journey to the next level today.
All right, let me I gotta plug off of there. Boom. There you go. So that's shout out to our guys that Stay Plugged In out there in North Carolina, doing the big things out there for esports high school athletes. Check them out. All right, this week in esports history. So the whole week, May 26th, I'm gonna start doing Monday through Friday on the esports history of the week, and every day hit it. I'm only doing it one show, so that's why I'm doing 4 days out of the week. My brain. All right, here we go. So, firstly, the mid-season invitational for League of Legends was not only the most popular event of May, but the most popular event of 2024 so far. Last year, so made a good success with their viewership well over, I believe, 3 million viewers, if not more. So, League of Legends is still moving along as one of the most popular, watched, and I would say most competed in esports games in the history of gaming. I'll say history of that game. And then this past weekend was Dallas DreamCon. DreamCon is happening this weekend. DreamHack. Got DreamCon on the mind, which I'm trying to go to this Saturday. But DreamHack was this weekend, and also was the EM Dallas 2025. It was the CSGO Counter-Strike 2 tournament that features top teams and a large prize pool, and various regional other national leagues going on this month as well. So that went on this weekend. So if you were there, I had a couple of my good friends who go up there to Dallas. Like I said, I hung back. I watched from a distance, watched some of the Halo championships, saw Optic Gaming ball out on that, and saw, I believe, I can't remember. You know what? I can't remember the team, but I saw some good CS:GO action. It might have been Fnatic. It might have been 100 Thieves. I don't know. But if you did watch it, I hope you did. Let me know in the chat who got the ones. It said, if you make it to DreamCon, make sure to track down CJ GJ. I believe he's going. Okay, CJ GJ. I like that. All right. So that is this week in esports history. So let me get on down the line here. Let me get to the next set. Oh, I got my granddaughter. She is down there cutting up. Oh.
Or that.
Let's do that again.
This. Or that.
All right, we got this or that back this week. Got some fun stuff to talk about. It's a short one, though. Just kept it short because it was Memorial Day edition. So kept it short, sweet, and awesome as well. So the first this or that question, what you do this weekend would be, was it barbecue, backyard barbecue, or beach picnic? Were you near a beach to go picnicking, or were you basically say, you know what, we're going to stay at the house and cue it up? Chat. What's up, chat? Bane, what'd you do this weekend? Not the real loner, Akado. John, OG John, What y'all got? What y'all pick here? We got Cowboy Natty in the chat too. Oh man, it's all big time. So back barbecue for sure for Cowboy Natty, not the real loner. I like BBQ as well. Definitely backyard barbecue. Got to keep it casual. Yeah, I'm definitely with that. For this weekend, the vibe was that I was at home most of the weekend. So, but I don't mind hitting the shoreline every now and then. Definitely don't. But this weekend was a baba barbecue vibe this weekend. All right. Next selection on the list. Like I said, there's gonna be a short one this week. It's quick. All right, next one. Road trip weekend or staycation vibes. And you already know what I did. Staycation vibe for me. What about y'all in the chat? Sound like it was more staycation vibes this weekend too for everybody. We out on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on X right now. And we're on LinkedIn. So if you're in one of those spots, please let us know. Were you staycationing like myself, with my family, or were you out and about road tripping it for Memorial Day weekend? Throw it in the chat, y'all, real quick. Not the real loner staycation along with Cowboy and Natty. A little bit of both for Akido. Yeah, you did mention you head down to Milwaukee to visit your family, your mom and dad there, I believe. Road tripped it to the family, yes. And then next one on the list, getting into a little bit of, I say food, not really, but kind of, right? Ice cold lemonade or cold brewed iced coffee. I do that every now and then. I get my green tea cool when I go to either Starbucks or a coffee place where I transverse around the continent of airports that I frequent this year. You on LinkedIn got the job postings up yet? Yes, I'm on LinkedIn. So iced lemonade for Akido. Lemonade as well for Not the Real or Cowboy Natty. Got the coffee. I'm going to go lemonade as well. I'm going to go lemonade. I like that. That sounds good. That sounded good. Not yet. I'm still on the show. I'll test it out here in a minute. Okay. All right. I got to let me taste this thing because she'll be back. All right. That's my granddaughter right there. It's got blue raspberry lollipop here. How do I get into it? Can't get into it. Trying to get into this thing. There we go. Whew. Didn't think I was gonna get into it. I don't know if I could be able to do a talk show and eat a lollipop at the same time, but we're about to find out. Welcome to the Ahman Green food review. Not bad. Pretty good. I mean, obviously it's blue, and it does taste like, I guess, raspberry, sweet raspberry. There you go. All right. I was iced lemonade on that last one here. And last one of the day, actually, we got two more coming at you. Remembering with family or volunteering in the community. So we had, I know my man, the Bear fan, chef that he knows was out cooking for the weekend, and that was cooking cuisine with a cause, where they cook and the funds go to military veterans that need help. So that was something that I was trying to get to, but like I said, the family, we just stayed home. But I just said remembering family. So I have a lot of family. I had a brother that are still with me. So if I have family that's still here, but that also served military wise. I had one cousin, I think he served 8 tours of Afghanistan, and he's 4 years younger than me. So he did some work. And then one of my brothers was also served a little time in the Army as well. So staying connected with them, talked to one of my nephews, one of my nephews, older one, and then one had a birthday yesterday. So good time. So my whole mouth is going to be blue here in a minute. I can see my tongue and teeth, everything. Don't have any family in the Army, so it was all community for me. Nice, bang, appreciate that. Go help out, support. All right, next one down on the list here.
Papa, do you like the lollipop?
Yep, it's good. Thank you.
It's blue.
Mm-hmm.
I knew they had blue.
Yep. What colors was yours?
I had pink and blue.
You had 2 of them?
Well, it was two of the colors.
Oh, they were
On
all,
the same
all
lollipop.
on the same lollipop? It was two of them. Oh, nice. Yummy. Were they good?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, next one, parade watching. So did you go to the Memorial Day parade in your neck of the woods, or did you go to a memorial ceremony, like probably at church or something, or maybe in the town? I know I've been in Texas for 2 years. I know they do anything that's with the military series or with the America, like 4th of July. Like 4th of July, last year was crazy. Was it our first or second? And fireworks were going on for like 3-4 hours straight. I think it started like 9 o'clock and then stopped to 11. Or no, I think the 1 o'clock in the morning. It was crazy. So not the real owner says both. Bane says, even ever wonder if your blue is the same as my blue? Maybe when I see blue, it's what pink looks like. Right? Are you colorblind, Bane? Because I know a lot of men are colorblind than women. So that might be something to check out there. All right, here. That is the end. Parade for Cowboy Natty. Parade for Akido. He said with question marks. So just remember chicken and ribs by the... Ahman, I see green. I like that. I like that. Not the real owner. He said, no, not at all. I just mean that we could perceive color differently. It's an old thought experiment. Interesting. I'm about to look that up. But I was surprised to find out, Akido here says, I was surprised to find out that sunrise to noon, the flag is half mast, but is full staff until sunset on Memorial Day. Oh, I didn't know that either. Pretty cool. Learn something new every day. I love it. All right. Let's head to one of our new added features here on the show. We got commercials.
Level up your game with Lucid Sound, the next evolution in gaming audio. Whether you're Team Xbox or PlayStation, Lucid Sound has you covered with premium wireless headsets for Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and PS4. Hear every step, every shot, and every detail loud and clear. Comfort meets clarity. Game with Lucid Sound.
All right, got a little shout out to Lucid Sound. And their games of the week, we are on that segment already. We are chugging right along here. We got some fun stuff here. And wait a minute, where did my game go? Here we go. Got a fun game here. I got candy going on. I've never done this before. Oh no, we did this or that. Oh, did I skip a second? Oh no, we did. Did we? Oh no, I did this. Did we do that? Skip? No, we did stay plugged in. Dang, I'm moving so fast. I don't know where we're at. All right. Oh, that's why. I'm in another segment that's kind of still new. So I'm getting used to everything here. Actually, I got to move this up. So we're here. And then we're here. We're not there. And we're here. Oops. Back, move too fast there. So I do have a new segment here that I've added in. So we are in this day in video game history. So now we have esports history, now video game history. So on March 26, 1989, Little Ninja Brothers released on the NES, on the NES, so Nintendo Entertainment System in Japan. And then a game that I know I played here, just the next game here. I'm about to show this one up on the big screen. Right here, and check this out here. Boom. This game right here, I believe it was it Watch Dogs? Oh no, wrong clip. Here we go. Infamous. Do y'all remember that one? He had like the superpowers and everything, and so that released in 2009. I remember I had this game. I played it on my PS3. It was so fun to play. So if you know what I'm talking about, drop it in the chat. Say, "Hey, hands up, I played it," or thumbs up, I played it. Then the next one, and this is where my boy, not in this one, but in another one, Hip Hop Gamer was a add-in character in the background of the game, and actually you had to run a mission. So, and you will come across Hip Hop Gamer in Watch Dogs, like the second one, I think, where you had to go to downtown Chicago and meet up with him, and I think he talked to you, gave you some information about where you needed to find another hacker or something. So shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. Hope he's doing well. Safe travels. I know he was at PAX East a few weeks ago. I couldn't make it out there, but I hope he had a great time. But yeah, this game right here, Watch Dogs from 1, 2, and now Watch Dogs. What's the other one? I have it on my Xbox. Hold up, I got it back here. Watch Dogs Legion. That's like number 4 because I did 1, 2, and 3, and I beat them all, and then also got 4 Legion. But you see some other games out there. Was also 2011 Frozen Synapses on Steam. Watch Dogs, like I mentioned, and then 1999 Superman on 64 was released on the Nintendo 64. I don't know if y'all remember that. I didn't have the 64. My brother did, but he did not have that game. But I do remember that. And then 2000 as in Resident Evil Code Veronica Dreamcast in the UK only, so I know I didn't have that. And then 2014 Mario Kart 8 released on the Wii U. So fun. That's when the Blue Shell became a thing for me in 2014. So check it out. That was the video game history of the week. Here, rolling on along here. Now we're going over to game releases of the week. There we go.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
We got some fun games here, y'all. We got some different games, but really cool games. I mean, do that. And I'll say learning games here, right? Learning how to be good people on this planet. This first game does it for me. Let me get the volume ready. Put the game right there, and then boom. All right, this game released right here. It is called T to a T. All right, so it's a charming, colorful adventure game from the creators of Kamadare Damacy and the Uvula team, with a teen navigating life in a small town with a cute dog companion while their body is stuck in a T position. So they do their best to make the most of it. So this game, I say, is hitting on that, you know, when you're a teenager, when you're somebody when you're a young person and you're still trying to discover yourself, you go through transition, you go through change. So this game is teaching that, and that's what I love about it, because there was a point in our lives where you thought you were the I know for me, I thought I was the chubby kid, or I thought it was the not cool kid. And so when people look at you, if you play the game, it goes into gameplay where people are looking at you weirdly, or you may think they're looking at you weirdly, and they're not. So they actually, you know, understand you, and you don't think they do. And so this is that type of game. So I thought this was a great idea from the developer of Kaita Hashiya, if I'm saying that correctly, and Uvula LLC. The publisher is Anna Permurna Interactive, an adventure game. This game comes out tomorrow, actually. So to a T gets young kids, I say, ready for the world. So we have Becky Dodell. Hey, I'm going way back to high school here.
8,368 men have clicked
commercial
on one of our ads that you've probably seen.
Get out of here.
What makes a game a perfect 10 out of 10?
Go back.
Is it the story?
Go back. I didn't hit loop. Back to actually, but you remember me, Becky Johns? Well, now it's Becky Weaver.
You like it?
Were we in class together? The name does catch a bell. At Central or at North? Because I went to 2 high schools when I was there. What's that?
You like the lollipop?
Yes, I do. And I know you're hamming it up right now. Yeah, she likes. This one likes TV. Yes, Central. Yes. Becky. I want to say, either Spanish class, Miss Anderson. No, that was not Spanish class, Miss Anderson. That was more. I'm thinking. I know Spanish class, computer science with Mrs. Aurora, or Hitchcock. Cool. Oh, Hitchcock. Oh, I remember. It was me. You. It was me. You. I think Damien was with me, and you were with your friends, and we hooked. I was at the Hitchcock pool in the summertime before our senior year. Am I right? Am I close? So yeah, check this game out. To a T, fun game. Told you, yes, I remember that. You had guys bullying you, and me and my boy Damien came to the rescue. All right, so that's to T. Please check it out. And if you have young kids, this is the game for you and your family to check out. All right there.
Mommy, I have to sit you right up here.
Okay, don't hit nothing. Don't hit no wires over there. Hey. Watch the TV there. So this is going to be a first time for this next game that I have spoken about. I don't think I've talked about this game yet. Stay over there. So we got F125. Developer EA Codemasters, publisher EA Sports. Fun game here. I love racing games. Check this out here. So EA has brought out the pre-order F125, the iconic edition, and received the Lewis Hamilton iconic pack. That is Lewis Hamilton right there, famous driver. And they just had a big Formula One race over in Monaco this past weekend. If you're not a fan, I know I am. I watched it, so you might want to check it out. And I believe Londo won. Wasn't my man Lewis, even though he has the iconic pack on the game if you order it 3 days early. So today, starting and the step into the cockpit of the APX GP with unique gameplay inspired by F1 the movie with Brad Pitt coming to theaters soon. So it's a free advertisement there. The story is yours. So leave your mark on the world of racing in F125, the official video game of the 2025 FIA Formula One World Championship. So create your story and run your F1 dynasty in the revamped My Team mode and choose your path through thrilling third chapter of the Breaking Point. F1 racing right there, y'all.
Pre-order F125 now.
Pre-order it, y'all. Get those extra little clips. All that access right there. You see that? All that access going on. All right. That's F125. Check it out. We're heading on down this show list here, and we're headed to our next fun addition to the show. Commercials. Here we go. Last one of the day. What should I say? More to come, though. All right. So here we go.
While you game, Devour Go delivers more than just food. It is the next-gen commerce platform bringing seamless ordering into the heart of gaming and entertainment. Skip the app hopping from your computer to the kitchen. Devour Go makes it easy to fuel up without missing a moment. Game on, eat up, Devour Go.
All right, shout out to the people with Devour. Dr. Tom, Dr. Amy, thank you very much. Got some things going on. That's the reason I'm going to be gone the next couple of days, because Dr. Tom got me at a speaking engagement up in Salt Lake City, Utah. So I'm headed there for the week, for a midweek trip. But we got now, let me get to the segments here. What's on stream, y'all?
Row, row, row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
All right, like I've been breaking down, I took a little break for some of y'all that had not been here in the last couple of weeks. I took a little break from Pokemon. So now I jumped into Andor Season 2. All right, Episode 1 and 2. So we're now Episode 2. And it's already, it doesn't get any better than this. It's Star Wars. I could talk this into ad nauseum. But we're getting into some fun stuff there already with Kaysen. Kaysen and Andor. So Kaysen is caught by in a rebel turf war there, at the first start of the episode. Oh, hold up. Let me get my stuff going. Is this the? Yep, this is it. Get it shared over. Boom. I mean, I'm moving and grooving without the video going. All right. So I just got a random video going, not actual scenes from the episode on this one, but I know the episode here. So he's caught in a turf war. Mon's wedding woes mount, and the Forex survivors face inspection. So this episode is called Sagrona Tima. Is the second episode of season 2 of Andor. Intricately weaves together multiple storylines, highlighting complexities of what's going on in the Senate and more ambiguities faced by characters from Cassian to some of the other background characters on both sides of the conflict. So Cassian Andor, he's navigating a rebel disarray, right? Even though we got the rebels fighting against the Empire, we have the rebels. Some of the groups don't know what and how to get organized and to battle. So Cassian Andor, what are you doing? Don't press no buttons over there. Okay. Okay. We will after I'm done playing. We'll play some Priestess Peach. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so, like I said, Andor finds himself captured by a disorganized rebel faction, remnants of the Maya Pia Brigade of Yavin 4, mistaken and Imperial so they're mistaking him for Imperial due to his stolen TIE fighter gear prototype and the jet actually that he drove out of there. If you remember episode 1, he drove out of there, didn't know how to drive it, but somehow got it to where he got it and crash landed on Yavin 4. So he observes the group internally and conflicts and their lack of leadership, lack of decision making, and all that made it real easy. So he utilizes his experience. Cassian, he has been in the battle for a long time. So when he gets around people that don't know what they're doing, even if they're working with him or against him, he is a guy that he's going to do his thing and get himself out of that situation. So Cassian advises them on survival tactics, such as collecting rainwater, establishing perimeter, saying, hey, man, y'all just around here and not doing anything. You got to protect yourselves. You got to make sure y'all got clear designs and game plan that's going on. So eventually he seizes an opportunity to get out of there. He gets out of there. He's like, man, they don't know what they're doing. They're going to get themselves. They shooting at each other. They're hurting each other and not realizing they might hurt me in doing that. I'm going to get myself out of here. So he escapes, underscoring the fragmentation within the rebellion. So it just shows you with all the chaos going on from, obviously this is between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope is the timeline of this. So if you know what's going on, the Death Star is being built, the Imperial War is going on with the rebels around every planet in the galaxy far, far away. So you got that going on. So just so everybody that has not been following along, hasn't seen season 1, hasn't seen season 2, this is where we are in the whole legacy of that galaxy far, far away, Star Wars. What's up, JFK, man? Good seeing you. So, oh my God, I forgot second season of Andor. Yes, second season of Andor is on. You're not far behind. It just started back about a month ago. But I'm just starting on episode 2, JFK. So don't worry about it. You can catch up with me. I'm on episode 3 next week. And next week I will be from my hometown, Omaha, Nebraska, streaming from a esports camp that I'm a part of next week. So we'll be interviewing teachers and students all alike for that event. But with Andor here, so Mon Mothma, personal sacrifices for the rebellion. So on Chandrelli, the Senator Mon Mothma grapples with political and personal ramifications of her arranging her daughter's Lydia's marriage to Saikon. The names are unreal. Stikon Skoldun, a move intended to secure financial support for the rebellion. So that is what Senator Mon has been doing, obviously, to trying to back the rebellion. Is they need money, just like anything else, to buy weaponry and buy the people in the empire that they can use to get them on our side. So this situation becomes more, strained with when her confidant Tay Kolma attempts to blackmail her, so threatening to expose her rebel affiliation to say, hey, hey, if you don't do this, I'm gonna do that. So, and we know this goes on in the galaxy far, far away, right? In Star Wars, there's a lot of blackmail going on. You got from the blackmail, you got the what is it? The bounty hunters from Boba Fett and all the other ones that you've seen at Maz Eisley. You know what I'm talking about. So obviously, trust is very hard to find in the galaxy far, far away. So, he threatens to expose her affiliation unless he is compensated. So he said, hey, basically, if you don't give me the money that keeps me quiet, I'm gonna be singing like a little bluebird for you and letting everybody know what you actually are doing with those funds. So this right here, betrayal, brings on Mont's mounting pressure and highlights her personal cost of her own political endeavors in trying to bring down the empire from the inside. So we got what Cassian's going through. We got what Mon Mothma is going through. So you got a lot of crazy things going on here in episode 2. So one more thing I'm gonna hit on, and then I'll wrap this up. So Imperial intrigue there. So with Deidre, Mior, and Cyril Karn. If you remember, Cyril from episode 1 was the Imperial, employee that is kind of trying to make a name for herself. So on Coruscant, ISB supervisor Deidre Merrill is assigned to oversee operations on Gorman, a planet targeted by the Empire for its valuable resources, as the Empire always is trying to basically take what they need and get out of there. So she proposes a strategy to incite a rebellion on Gorman, providing that the Empire with justification for a brutal crackdown on locking everybody down. So concurrently, at the same time, Deidre's relationship with Cyril Khan involves with them two navigating their personal dynamics. So is there a relationship there or isn't there? And I didn't even really see that dude, Cyril Khan, as a, I want to be in a relationship type. I think he was trying to be more, I got to prove myself on who I am within the Empire's status. And I thought he was more about that life, but trying to see him get in a relationship too is that was I like that little layer they threw in there on the Cyril's character there. So with the two navigating their personal dynamics, amid the professional obligations, all that kind of filters in. So a tense dinner with Cyril's mother, Eddie Karn, reveals Deidre's assertiveness and the complexities of their alliance. Of course, even Mom steps in and be like, what is it? You like my son? And my son kind of likes you. Like, what's really going on? Oh, so how when parents get involved, either you like it or love it, right? When you first bring your girlfriend over to the house for dinner or vice versa, you go over their house and then you're like, all right, this is going to work. Or you know what? Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. My mom, dad just said this and that and the other. Y'all all know that feeling. I know I had that feeling with a couple, girlfriends when I was in high school. But on that note, I will shut it down, man. But catch episode 2. What's the name of it again? It is Sigorna Tima. Watch that episode. It starts off a little bit batty and crazy with Cassian being captured by the disorganized rebel faction, but he does his best to try to help him out, and it ends with just some good old Star Wars action. All right, so Sigoma. So this episode delves into the themes of fragmentation within rebellion, the personal sacrifices made by the political causes and people, the moral complexities faced by individuals on both sides of the conflict, and the episode sets the stage for escalating tension and the eventual unification of desperate rebel factions, highlighting the intricate interplay between personal motivations and a broader political movement. So a lot's going on in episode 2, Sigorna Tima, and now you got episode 3. I'm so excited to check that out to see what goes on there for Andor season 2, episode 3. A lot of big stuff going on. Loving it. So if you haven't got caught up, please do. What's up, Cream of the List? Hey man, how you doing? He says we're not at the brewery. The truck got wiped out by. Oh no! I hope everyone's okay. Delish. Oh yes, man. So that was the chef that I mentioned earlier, and he did have his food truck up this weekend, but he said he got into basically a drunk driver hit the truck, but everybody's safe. So I'm like, okay, good. What about the food? So people are good. What about the food? The food still okay? you know, because he cooks some good stuff there, y'all. So you're welcome, Cream Delish, in the chat. If you're in the Houston area, you're in the Conroe area, the Woodlands, North Texas, North Houston, when he's up and running, check him out. Cuisine for a cause, great eats there, great atmosphere. We did it at the last place me and my wife went back about 2-3 months ago. It was at a little bar, and it had a live band, and the live band was I think it was Sager, I think his name. My wife knew the Rockstar song. It was a cover band that was singing for them. So yeah, you're gonna sue the slide out of him. I hear you, Akido. But that is season 2, episode 2, Sengorna Tima for What's on Stream, y'all. So let's get over to the last segment of the show here. And it's all about me here. It is Gamer Tips. My Gamer Tips of the week, y'all. And we're still in the FPS neighborhood. All right. So we have use cover wisely. Everybody knows this in shooter games, right? You like the ones, you got the one or two teammates that like to peek. So they like to get behind the thing and peek, either peek too much and then boom, headshot, they're done. That's what I used to tell my players. Stop peeking. Just, you got one peek a game. One peek. Not multiple peeks. One peek. You peek once, you get back, and then you go to the other side of a building or the wall and then peek again from that side. So from each side, you got one peek from every direction. That's what you do. So the tip is, like it's running on the bottom of the screen there, never stay out in the open. Always use the walls, objects, or the terrain, trees. Man, I be hiding in trees on Fortnite. I know y'all done that. I know I have. So use the terrain as cover to reduce your exposure to the enemy fire that is coming your way. So, like I said, stay low, crouch, cancel slide, and then get to that wall. You know, you're welcome, Cream Delish. Always good eats all the time. And so when you're out there, use the like it says, use the terrain, use the object, use the wall. I know I was in Warzone a week ago. I think I was stuck I was in between like a brick wall and a building. And I still had enough space to hide there, not be seen, and to actually stay alive. But also in the next match, when we jumped off the plane, I see the person like through a crack like this big, and he still got a headshot on me. So I was like, oh man. So I got caught slipping. All right. And then practice. Peek out of cover strategically instead of fully exposing yourself during every engagement or every little tussle with the other team. So if a team is third partying you, learn how to peek, right? There's a certain way to peek. And for the good gamers in this chat, you know what I'm talking about, Akido. If EO is listening in, y'all some good gamers, y'all know how to do those peeks. I know what I do. I'll take one peek from one, like I mentioned to my players. I will peek from the left side of the wall or to the right side of the wall and then move over to the left and then peek that way. So I would change it up. I'm not just peeking out every way, the same spot every time. Why? Because that person that is eyeballing you, that is hunting you down, will then know where you're going to peek, because you're coming to the same location 3 times in a row. That 4th time, you trust me, you will get headshot. So please don't do it. So practice, peek out of cover strategically instead of fully exposing yourself during engagement. And the tip is never stay out in the open. Always walls, objects, or terrain as cover to reduce exposure to enemy fire. Bingo. And then that KDA is going to go up. Always play slow. Don't sprint. The side castle sprint, unless you are on a pro level, knock yourself out. But if you still are a novice, or I'll say somebody like where I think I'm good and I'm like, I'm hanging in there, slow it down, hide behind the wall, and be patient. That's another tip. Be patient. I think we talked about that also for FPS. All right. So there is the practice right there. That's my gamer tip of the week. I hope you enjoyed that and hope you enjoyed the show. We are at the end already. Wow. Show went by fast. Awesomeness there. So thank you for joining in for my Gamers Lounge. See, it's hard for me to talk in third person here. Where gaming, sports, and life collide. You can always ask football questions or sports questions. We got the NBA going on right now. We got the NHL playoffs going on right now. We have the college softball going on. We got college baseball going on. My Nebraska Cornhuskers Go Big Red were 5 games below 500, still made it into, I would say, the Big Ten conference tournament, and was able to win it 2 years. This is the second year in a row where they had no business doing them, putting themselves in that position. They had no business being in the Big Ten championship tournament. They got in and they just wrecked shop. They went game by game, beating Oregon, which is a top-rated team, beating UCLA in a championship game, top-rated team. It didn't matter. My Big Red baseball team guys came out there swinging the bat and pitching one heck of a game to get the victory. That's back-to-back Big Ten championships where they didn't have a shot to be there. They, from a statistical standpoint, they should not have been in that game. They should not have been in the tournament, but they end up winning it all. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about when you're playing games, keep your head in the game all the time, no matter what the scoreboard says. Keep playing tough, and that's what they did. They didn't look at their records. They just played and kept going. So like I said, we could talk sports on this show too. So you get your dose of gaming goodness here, and also insightful conversation like we talk here on What's on Stream in Andor Season 2. So be sure to follow us on social media. So we are everywhere. Subscribe on the podcast on YouTube, here on Twitch, Ahman Green TV. On X, go to Ahman Green 30. Follow, retweet, you can subscribe on X now too. And then over on Instagram, please like and follow me. LinkedIn, I'm on Kick too. Kick be messing up sometime. It be set tripping. I'll get that corrected. But I'm on Kick too. I play on there as well, and the show should be on there. But like I said, it's acting up. Can't get it right. So subscribe to the podcast, please, and join our community of other gamers out there from all backgrounds. Until next time, keep gaming strong. Stay passionate about it like I am. Now, I will say this. My name is Ahman Green, signing off, and game on. Peace out. Got the music coming? Hold up. We got the music coming. Let me see if we take the banner down. Y'all already know it, where y'all can find me. Let me go get the music. Here's the music. Oh, thank you everybody for coming in, tuning in. All 196 of you. Thank you very much on Instagram, on X, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and here on Twitch as well. Appreciate you all for tuning in, watching the show. Farafan, Akido, Hairboy Natty, Not the Real Loner, Bane in the house, and they had a few other new people too. Cream Delish, he's not new. It's been a while. Good seeing you, brother. Glad you're good and safe. Bear fan too. What else? Who else? There was some new folks in here. Oh, and Becky, y'all as well. Thank you for jumping in. You can jump in anytime. Talk, reminisce about Central High days, Burger King and Hitchcock Pool and all that other stuff, prom and all that good stuff going on that we had to go through as high school kids at Omaha Central. Please do that. Come in the chat. We can talk about that all the time, Becky. But I'm about to get out of here. I gotta pack a bag. See y'all later.